Hey, good morning everybody. It's Bob Sitz with Sitz Health and Fitness. Hope everyone's doing good. Today is Friday, finally. So this is a good workout before the weekend. So we're going to use a couple different pieces of equipment. I'll show you how you can do it at home and or how you can do it here in the gym. So one of two ways, because there is one exercise that I can't do in the gym because we don't have the right machine in this gym. So the first one we're going to do is if you can do pull-ups at the home, if you have one of those pull-up bars, or if you can go to the gym and do pull-ups, do 4 sets of as many as you can do till you fail. So if you do 25 the first time and then 15, then 8, and then you can only do 3 at the end, that's fine. If you're like me and you can't necessarily do pull-ups and you can only do like 4 the first time, that's fine, because we're going to get better as we go. Obviously we're going to work these muscles. So I'm going to use the Lat Pulldown Machine, and I want to put enough weight that I'm going to struggle on the 12th one or fail. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit down. You want to grab just outside of your shoulders, and you want to lean back a little bit and arch your lower back, and you want to pull to above your chest bone. You want to pull with your elbows and your shoulder blades, and then slowly let it back up. And you want to do 4 sets of 10 to 12, again, depending on how far you can go before you fail. And then we're gonna walk around. This is just our little gym. Not nothing fancy, but you know what? Guess what? It cost me 0 to come here. So that's the good news. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do as I set this up is, let's do it this way. Sorry. So we are actually now gonna do Dumbbell Rows, but we're going to do them a little bit different than you've probably seen them before. Well, maybe. So we're going to put our weights down, and when you do this, you want to spread your legs, get yourself a good base on your toes, and we're going to do rows like this, right? And the whole gist of it is we want to do 4 sets of 12. So each arm once is 1 rep. So we want to do that for a count of 12. Again, if you can only do 10, do 10. Do a weight though that you can struggle with a little bit, because as we go through this, it's going to get a little bit heavier, which is good. Excuse me. The next exercise that we're going to focus on, again, so there's going to be a lot of biceps today, back and bis. If you can use a bench, use a bench. If not, I'll show you how you can do it at home. So what you want to do is you want to get in a good position here, and you want to let your arms hang, and we're going to curl it up and let it down. And again, we want to do 4 sets of 10 to 12. In this position though, you want to be very careful letting the weight down. And don't lock your elbows. If you do, at least go slow when you lock it. Don't just let the weights drop. Part of that is you could obviously severely injure your arm, but by letting the weights down really fast, you're not helping the bicep any. We're getting that eccentric curl. The other way you can do it at home is you can get kind of in a baseball stance, like you're gonna field, and you just pick them up and you curl. Right, so we got just this going on. And again, we want to do 10 to 12 of those. Excuse me. And then the next thing, this is if you are at home, you'll want to use a band. Just step on it a little bit. I'm going to move back so we can kind of see the whole thing here. And what you want to do is just stand here, and we're going to want to curl it up and let it down. These you can go a little bit faster. Just make sure that you're getting the full range of motion on the exercise itself. And if you're doing the band, you want to do 4 sets of 30. It's because there's obviously no weight, it's a lot of tension. If you are at a gym and you have the machines where you can lower the 2 hands bars to the lowest weight, and you want them about shoulder width apart or so, and you're gonna just curl them up, obviously just like we did there, except you'll be using the two machines. You'll wanna do reps about 10 to 12 again, with weights that you can fail at. So again, the whole point is kind of failing it on those. We want to curl up the full extension, and we want to let it down slowly so we can kind of build the bicep eccentrically. The last thing is abs. I did crunches today, so I did just a lot of these getting up, and then I also did these where we're kind of getting some fuller extension on the other areas of the midsection that we don't necessarily work. And I did 3 sets till I couldn't go anymore. So I'm just trying to do that poll or a question for everybody that's out there thinking about potentially doing a blog and also a YouTube or a YouTube channel where I'll do basically this, and then maybe every now and then I'll just jump on and talk about what's going on for that day, or maybe a news article that I read, or some healthy tips that come from some of the digests that I get in terms of Edwards Health and things of that nature that either talk about the heart, or there are some that I get that are specific to women where if you eat these foods, this helps your metabolism, or decreases belly size, or speeds up your metabolism, I already said. And just things of that nature, heart health, some mind kind of decompressing, de-stressing, just in terms of men and women, how certain things affect us, starting to do what you want to do in terms of find that relaxation spot. If it's going to Starbucks and sitting on your computer, or you know, getting to Starbucks or the library or some other little cafe or place that you can go and read a book. Do those kinds of things and kind of just decompress a little bit, sit at the park, watch the ducks, whatever the case may be. Those kinds of things. If it's spending time with your family or your grandchildren, whatever the case may be, do those types of things. It's amazing how that kind of makes you smile and kind of releases some of the stress that you may have. They may also cause stress too, right? But it's also nice to always see them and be around the family, and then knowing that you can just go and get ice cream or go get coffee or whatever the case may be in that sense. So just wondering if people would be interested in that, if that would be a good idea or a bad idea. Again, trying to keep both friends and family in mind, but also trying to reach out to other people. The reason that I do this, or at least why I'm doing Beachbody and why I'm being a coach, is I saw the effect it had on me. Many of you know I had a fatty liver, and so I'm on medicine for it, but a lot of that was you got to lose weight, you got to eat healthier, you got to do those types of things. And for a while I was just like, okay, yeah, you know. And I'd get to the gym and I'd be like, great, I'm at the gym. What do I do now? By participating in Beachbody, I had a plan. There was every day I knew what program I was going to do. So my program was 60 days or 30 days, and I knew this is the workout I have to do for the day, or this is what area I'm focusing on, and here's the routine or the workout to do, the how many reps, and or you know, go to failure or whatever the case may be. So doing those kinds of things, just in sense of being able to do that. Some people are like me where they go to the gym and they're like, okay, what do I do? Oh, I'm going to do some bench. Okay, now I'm done with bench. What do I do? Oh, I'll go over here to this bicep machine, or I'll go pick up some weights and throw them around, or maybe I'll just do squats or leg press. And that's good that you're going to the gym. It's good to be active. But if you don't have a plan, it makes it really hard. Plus, you're standing around. You're not really kind of giving your body that kick that it needs in order to keep sweating and keep moving, doing those kinds of things. So just trying to help people with my journey. You know, when I watch infomercials, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's already some fit person. Look at how his or her body is already shaped. They're already in shape, those kinds of things. Where I wasn't necessarily in shape, even being an athlete in high school. And now I'm kind of like, I don't know, I guess I had the dad bod where I had the poofy midsection and those kinds of things. And to me, I didn't like that, but it was also for a health reason. So Now that I'm losing weight and those kinds of things, my doctors are like, you may not need this medicine anymore if you just keep doing what you're doing. So for me, it's noticing that the changes that I've made in my life, and it's just minor, it's knowing that if I go to the gym, I can do this workout or that workout, or, you know, these kinds of things. And if I just eat this instead of that, or a little less of this, right? I mean, obviously less sugar is better. Those kinds of things. So just being in that situation, that sense. So I know this is a long video and I apologize, but just trying to kind of explain why I do what I do, why I do these videos. I'm not trying to show off. I'm not trying to do those types of things. I'm trying to help people who don't necessarily know what to do when they get to the gym, or they have a routine and now they're not seeing gains or any differences or those kinds of things. So this just gives them a different aspect on what can I do. You know, hey, me and my friends go to the gym and we do this and now we're getting bored with it, whatever the case may be. So just if you have questions, reach out. But again, I want to just know, would people be interested, or would it be a good idea? Not even if you have an interest in it, but would it be a good idea if I started a blog and or a YouTube channel where it's not necessarily just about working out and being healthy or eating right, but obviously it's about fatherhood or parenthood, you know, being a grandpa, you know, those kinds of things. Like when you get in and you get to see your kids and your dogs and how happy they are, and you know, even though you've had a bad day at work or crappy drive home, you know, from the city or wherever you're coming from, that you come home and those people that regardless of the day you've had, they love you unconditionally. So just those kinds of things that I can do, you know, about, like I said, parenting, grandparenting, husband, being a wife. Not that I have any experience in that, but, you know, things like that where, you know, a man should appreciate his woman and vice versa, those kinds of things. So just daily life kind of things. And I probably won't write on the blog daily, but again, you never know. YouTube, where Chloe and I, or the girls and I, or even Ryan and I are out and we're playing games, we're bowling, I don't know, I don't use Snapchat, but the girls use Snapchat. So, you know, putting up Chloe and Melissa and the girls, Elena, Alexandria, Veronica, Victoria, and Ryan Snapchats, like, hey, here you go, you know, Mahogany and Chloe Snapchatting, those kinds of things. So anyway, long video, apologize, but I hope everyone has a good weekend. If you're in the Chicago area, of course, it's going to be cold, shocker. Anyway, but we'll go from there, and I hope everyone has a great weekend. All right, peace out.